Hello class, it's Dr. Mike. So I want to talk about these new things called CHORD labs in the CIS 2640, the network security or cybersecurity course. So first off, what does it even mean by CHORD lab? What it is, there's a center, nonprofit center called the Center for Occupational Research and Development, CHORD, and through some grant work, they produce a series of labs of many topics, and we found a series of 5 labs about cybersecurity. And what drew me to these labs was how close they are to what you do as an information security analyst, security engineer. This goes outside the bounds of just how to defend, how to hack. This is really the fringe stuff that you're going to find yourself doing in an InfoSec role that is really not about the right answer. It's about how you come about to get your answer. So I want to talk about a couple of top things about the labs themselves, and I'll do a video for each lab to get you running so you can get up and running on it. But I just want to talk about here what the lab is and what I would expect for you to complete. So first off, you'll see them in the syllabus. And yes, they're labeled for the 5 labs we found. So you see here week 5, currently there's core lab number 1. I'll go over that in a second, but let's talk about a couple aspects about the labs. So normally, research projects, anything academic would be like MLA, APA format, with your scholarly work. It should be written as such, but my approach to these labs is this is a corporate work. Think of this as a place of work, and this is an assigned task. So the writing may be more corporate in nature, and that means easy to read, very effective, to the point. So moreover than academic in nature. So if the lab has any kind of report to be written, think about the context of the report. Before you step into that too, we'll talk about the overall labs themselves. These are group labs. So yes, group work. However, your will be graded upon your contribution. So if you're in a group of 3 and one person doesn't do any of the work, you can still get 100% on your contribution. So, and you'll see in the writing about the CHORD labs about how you turn in your part of the work or turn in the group's work with a note about what you did. So, but it's important that you work as a team. These are pretty big at times. They can be a lot of work. So I guess split the work up. So you see these CHORD labs. Again, if the lab has any kind of writing, think about a good report. In this case, this is an example here I found for a GIAC certification paper, and it's about public service servers, vulnerability assessment report. Not only about what the report's about, it's about the content and how it's written here. So first off, you don't need a table of contents. I assume your professor might tell you if you need one or not, but this is a good example of a sort of a corporate level white paper report. Executive summary, again, probably optional, but it's a nice idea to put on top what your findings were. But also, just look at this paper itself. The introduction, what's this about? Don't assume the person you're handing the report to knows exactly what's going on. I know this is an assignment, but assume that your professor or myself has no idea. Or maybe I just asked for something a while ago. I'm the CIO, and I forgot I even asked you. So, give me back in tune to what the research was about. So, introduction, the purpose. Also, pretty important is the scope. What did you do and what did you not do? I can't assume you did all the analysis in the world. You don't have so much time and so much resources. And then, of course, even beyond that, purpose and scope are really great things in introduction. Just look at this. There's actually, I got like heading 1, heading 2 here, heading 1, heading 2 formats. Of course, well written, spell checked, grammar, to the point. So, assessment team. Who's the team? It's real important for core labs. You might want to put about what you can actually make a table like this and put down what your part was. Don't have to put your phone number, but maybe your name and then what your contribution was. And again, this report goes in details, but look at more of how it's written, not what's inside there. Use of tables, numbering. Again, heading 1, heading 2. These are not real long. Look at this. This is really just one paragraph information. This is not a wall of text. So again, think about how you present your findings. And these, again, there's a written report component, and there is definitely at least one or two of these, some sort of written report component. Now there's a presentation component. Um, Again, look at effective presentations. There's a lot of information about how to do this the best. Again, think of this if you're presenting to your colleagues or to a group, maybe you're presenting to a bunch of executives that don't have any idea what IT means, but they pay for it. So keep your slides simple, to the point. Don't copy a wall of text from a report and put it on the slide. That is not the way you approach this. It could be a single talking point. It could be a graphic you're going to talk around. If you use graphics, make sure they're good ones, not bad JPEGs. Use relevant data, charts and graphs. Don't overdo it. And again, choose your colors well. So think about the slides themselves. I want you to approach this again as if you were going to present this to a group that, again, had no idea about what the research was about. So as we dive into the labs here in the next series of videos, I'll do one for each lab to actually talk about what the lab's about. But as you go in these labs, keep these things in mind, and hopefully it will help you with producing some good work. So thanks.